that? It's just an ordinary Krabby. Oh my goodness!
In case you can't tell from the subtle channel rebranding I've been up to lately, I really like Mario merch. It's to the point where I've started doing a sketch comedy web series. As it turns out, I should have done this a long time ago. Like nearly 4 years ago when I started. But now that I've found a thing that works for the channel, it also means I get to do more of these sorts of videos where I yap on and on about stuff. Wait, do people even still say yapping? This video mainly just exists as an excuse for me to do more review-based content as a filler between when I'm uploading my next episode of Stupid Scenario Bros and my review for the Super Mario Galaxy movie later in the year. Also, Toad having a beef with Yoshi is just the best thing in the world.
Who is this?
My name's James. In this video, I'm going to be going over some of the retro Mario merch I own. And no, I don't mean retro in the sense that, oh dude, these figures were like my childhood, or, you know, covering actual merch that came out in the 80s and 90s. I mean, as much as I'd like to pay nearly $200 for an inch-tall Super Mario Land finger puppet, I'd actually like to not do that at all. By retro, I mean merch that has come out in the past decade that is modelled on designs of characters from specific games that came out on consoles like the NES and the SNES. Okay, so we have the review table thing here set up. Only problem is I feel like it's missing something. No, still missing something. Oh, that's right. Can you guys leave a like and subscribe? So to start the video off, I decided to take a look at some of the most mainstream example of retro Mario merch by looking at these little figurines by Jakks Pacific. If you haven't heard of Jakks Pacific, don't worry, because they make like 85% of most Mario merch these days. There's like a high chance you have stuff from them in your collection if you collect Mario merch. I myself have had quite a fair few of their figurines in my collection, some of which has even appeared in some videos, specifically these two. So as you can see, first off, we have Mario over here.
Hello, Mario.
This is how he looked originally in the original Super Mario Bros. As you can see, red cap and overalls, more of a tan skin color, this kind of hideous greenish, brownish color on the mustache and shirt and whatnot. Now, I'm not a game dev, but I'm pretty sure the technical term for making a two-dimensional pixelated sprite look 3D is called voxel art. So as we can see, if we turn him around to face forward, this is a pretty cool figurine, but if I don't mean to be picky about this, but of all the sprite poses they chose, they just went with him standing still, and they did the same for Luigi? This guy over here. I know this sounds really picky, but I mean, they could have gone with the jumping sprite if you ask me. I mean, that's like the thing they're most known for, right? Like in the original Donkey Kong, Mario was called Jumpman for a reason. And speaking of the original Donkey Kong, we actually have... Oh, crap. We actually have the original Donkey Kong here as well. And he looks pretty cool. He's actually facing forward instead of to the side. Then again, in the original Super Mario Bros, there are no sprites where they face forward. It looks pretty cool. If you hold it from the side, it sort of looks like a hamburger, sort of. And again, why did they go with a pose of him standing still? Like, they could have gone with a pose of him holding the barrels or something, because, again, that's the thing he's most well known for. But I'm not going to rant on and on about that. This is just a review video, not a rant video. A figure that I am happy with them going for standing still is everyone's favorite self-imposed noise polluter, Toad. My favorite character in the Mario franchise ever. He's not annoying at all.
Oh, by the way, I was being sarcastic.
So this actually makes sense because in Super Mario Bros, this is literally the only pose Toad has in that game. He's just standing still. And if you look extra closely, it looks like he's giving you the middle finger. Yeah, really checks out, doesn't it? So we'll just move him over here. Now for this last set, this isn't technically a Mario character, but he is part of the set, so I am including him in this video. We have Link. Now, of all the figurines, this is the pose that I'm the happiest with because they went with him holding his shield, which I feel like makes sense. Like, again, I know this sounds repetitive. They could have gone with these two jumping, but they just did not do that. One thing though, and this isn't really anything to do with the figurine, but more the original sprites based on, was I the only one that was disturbed by the fact that Link has like green eyebrows? It looks like he has dead caterpillars on his head. So that's the NES Sprite Jakks Pacific figurines, or World of Nintendo, if we want to be more specific. They look pretty cool against the Pac-Man lights. I know that Pac-Man doesn't really have anything to do with Nintendo per se, but you know, it is retro, so technically this counts, so shut up. Okay, so next up, you might be wondering what's with the sudden camera angle change. There's a good reason for that, because we are looking at some little battery-operated LED lights from a company called Pixelland. And in case if you can't guess, yes, it's going to be more voxel-based merch. Starting off, we have a sprite of Fire Mario from Super Mario Bros. 3, and this one practically instantly improves on the gripe I had with the last lot of figures, and that is the fact that they actually bothered to get Mario into a jumping pose, which arguably is more iconic. And if you look extra closely here, there's a little translucent piece of plastic, meaning when we place him down, it looks like he is jumping, sort of, anyway. Also from Super Mario Bros. 3, we have Raccoon Mario, and he's not technically jumping, he's running, but if we place him next to Fire Mario, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell if they are running or jumping at this point, but they look pretty cool. You also notice they're a lot bigger than the World of Nintendo figurines we were looking at before. They actually, in my opinion, kind of match the Pac-Man lights a little bit better size-wise, if you ask me, but again, Pac-Man has literally nothing to do with this video, so never mind. Finally, for the Pixel Power lights, the Mario ones we have a one from Super Mario World, and also, yes, they do print the official fonts from the old games on the back there. So this is when you clear a level, Mario does like a little Winston Churchill pose to say that you've cleared a level. This is him in his big form, without taking damage. It looks pretty cool. They got the shading right. They got him looking forward, which is a bit of a nice change from the side profiles with the Super Mario Bros. 3 ones. And yeah, these are actually some of the largest pieces of Mario merch I own in my collection in general. They go right at the back of the shelf on the acrylic stands. They look really cool. Also, again, I know this has nothing to do with Mario, but this is another Pixel Powers thing I own. We have Mega Boy. I don't care that he's actually called Mega Man, guys. Like, he is a boy. That is a child. Like, he's not called Astro Man, is he? So for the final set of figures in this video, we're looking at a Japanese figurine company called Medicom and their UDF figures, which stands for Ultra Detailed Figures. Starting off, once again, we have Mario in his 1983 appearance from the arcade game Mario. His stand just fell off. From the 1983 arcade game Mario Bros. And if I can just bring him closely while struggling to keep him on his stand here, first of all, we can see that it is Japanese. Also, he has his teeth gritted. Is this kind of Mickey Mouse, Walt Disney looking eyes, and he's sternly pointing his index finger. And this is pretty accurate to the, bump the phone. This is pretty accurate to the game cover art from the arcade version of the game. And of course, you can't have Mario Brothers without the other brother, Luigi, who, funnily enough, is actually shorter than Mario. And also, funnily enough, he has what looks like, the modern render for Mario's mustache. You know how it's got different bumps, and Mario has like the curled tips, like what Luigi has today. Now this is very interesting because this was basically before Nintendo made a final decision on what the designs of the two different characters look like. So they, other than the mustache designs, which aren't even recognizable by today's standards, they practically look the same. One thing that really creeps me out is that their eyeballs look like they're bulging out of their sockets.
My eyeballs could have been sucked from their sockets.
Next up, we have Mario from the original Super Mario Bros. This one looks a little bit more like Mario, despite the swap out of his shirt and overalls, and the mushroom looks a little bit weird. He's smiling. He's basically saying, hello, I'm happy to be eaten. But other than that, it looks pretty cool. It's very accurate to, again, the cover art. And they finally got a figurine of Mario jumping from Super Mario Bros. Yay, finally. The video story arc is complete. We also have Mario Bros. 3 Mario, the Tanuki Mario. He looks pretty cool. He has the Tanuki tail and whatnot.
You don't say!
I'm just going to move this back so we can actually see more of them. We also have, from Super Mario World, Yoshi, the original cover art design of Yoshi. I don't know about you guys, but I actually kind of missed it when Yoshi had a longer neck. You know, when he kind of looked more like an actual dinosaur. I mean, maybe that's just me griping. I mean, personally, I have nothing against Yoshi's modern day design. Speaking of, these aren't technically retro, but they're part of the set. We have some baby Yoshis from New Super Mario Bros. U, the most overrated new Super Mario game, if you ask me. So there's the blue one, the yellow one, which lights up, which is why it's kind of translucent here, and the pink one. So that's pretty cool. If we can move that back, we have a full set of these figurines, meaning the collection is finally done. So that rounds up all the retro Mario merch I own so far. I'm planning on doing more of these merch review type videos in the future, but given how much time and effort's been going into the stupid Scenario Bros series lately, they're not exactly going to be prioritized over the newer animation videos I'm doing, or the Galaxy movie review for that matter. Thanks for watching, blah blah blah. I need to work on a better outro catchphrase. So what did we learn today, boys and girls? Well, we learned that I do not have a life. In other words, we learned nothing.